It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see a brawl inside the AFC South. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We are just about 10 miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
You could certainly make the case, Mike, that he had one of the best rookie seasons by a quarterback in NFL history. Not so much just his personal play, but he has completely rejuvenated that Houston Texans locker room and that Houston Texans organization. It was incredible watching him as a rookie. Tell you what, though, I think he's even more capable here in his second year under center.
He's going to air one out right away. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
So, on 4th down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. Anthony Gould deep for Indy. The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. He'll look to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. So, on 4th down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. Braxton Berrios, deep to return. This fielded inside the 35. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Nick Chubb. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really well executed counter run there, Mike. And what you're trying to do anytime on these misdirection schemes is you're trying to get these linebackers that might play at a 4.5 speed to maybe play at a 4.7 speed. The hesitation, not understanding exactly where the ball is going to end up, gives you an advantage offensively, just like we saw here.
Once again, it's Chubb. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Mike, these are the spots that if I was a play caller, I think I'm calling up something down the field. You know the defense is really packed in tight, anticipating a run. Now's the time, play action and throw it over their head. They take a little bit more of a conservative approach, still get stopped for no gain, brings up 3rd and short.
And he gets it to midfield, and he gets the first down. Good run. The drive continues.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Stroud. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Everyone always assumes that you only want to run drag routes or crossing routes just underneath like mesh concepts against man coverage, but so often they're equally as effective against the zone. All it takes is one of those underneath man defenders to latch on to the wrong route, and all of a sudden there is a lot of room, not only for the completion, but for yards after the catch.
And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. On play action, Stroud. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
They run a toss to Chubb. And good hard running will get him down close to a first down. Might be a yard short. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb. And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1. To throw is Stroud. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on first down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. 2nd and goal from the 2, what do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till 3rd down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on 2nd and goal.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
Schultz is the motion man. They'll try and run with Mixon. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans are out to an early 3-0 lead. So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Got his man, it's Ogletree. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
We saw throws like that on Saturdays in South Bend. The result, a first down.
Back-to-back 3-and-outs, and not ideal to start the game in that manner. So that's a really important throw right there. Let's see if they can build something from there. Brings up 1st and 10. Continue to let your opening script unfold. You got to go down and find some points here and get your offense settled down.
Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. They go right back to Taylor. He'll get this across midfield to about the 49. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. Third and 6. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. They get 20 on the connection. First down, Indianapolis. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
Catch made, that's Pittman. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts first down. He's brought down after a gain of 7 on 4th and 2. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Texans who have the early lead. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. They'll go big, 3 tight ends in the formation for 1st and goal. He'll try to run this one in. And he will dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Colts. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
The extra point is good, and the Colts move out to a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff, returnable from the 4, and he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10. Stroud. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. Running is Chubb. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Stroud to throw. To the right side, and Kirk's got it. Third down, 3 to go. Back to throw, Stroud. Now sets up a screen for Chubb. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on third down at these shorter down and distances, but in this case, they catch the defense off guard, they timed it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Stroud going to set up to throw. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And they'll take this down inside the 35. On first and 10, it's Chubb. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Mike, anytime a toss play is called, the defense needs their safeties to get downhill now. Be among the first group of players to meet that running back, and in this case, he's able to take him down for a loss.
They'll go with Chubb, and he'll bring this inside the 30, a gain of about 4. "21 is the line to gain as we hit third down. To throw, it's Stroud. Open man, right side, he's got it. A pickup of 14 as he takes it to the 14.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Now Stroud. He completes this one to Mechie. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Chubb. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Stroud. And he's not going to get away. They'll stop him back at the 3.
That 1st and goal sack now changes everything defensively, Mike. You imagine that you're in a 4-down territory where the offense is going to try to take advantage of the field position and punch it in over the goal line. Now, can you hold up on 2nd and 3rd down and come away with forcing a field goal, which in this situation I think is a huge win.
Backed up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal. Kirk is the motion man. A run up the middle with Chubb. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. It is brought in the end zone. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Texans are on top. It's now 10-7. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Downs goes in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. They'll look to throw. He gets this one complete to Pittman. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down. He'll look to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. They'll run out of the gun. It's Taylor. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Nice combination of vision, patience, and speed by the running back here. The vision to see the hole, the patience to let the blocks unfold, and then the speed to hit it and pick up a nice gain.
Here's 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. They face second down and 7. Back to throw. Open man is Parker. He's got him. 15 yards through the air. That's good for a Colts first down. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. Give him a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1 yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Not going for 2, they'll kick the point after. The kick is good. And the Colts are on top. It's 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. Trying the right side, taken in by Collins. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Stroud. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Two minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I, back from Houston in a moment. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll get this complete over the middle with Kirk. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
Not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Colts offense ready to get back at it. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man, it's Ogletree. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. He'll drop to throw. Into space at the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
From the 50, he'll set him to throw. He's got room to roam. And he will score. Touchdown, Indy.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. no matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
An extra point attempt to follow. He's got it. And the Colts are out to a 21-10 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Colts are on top. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Now a give on the ground. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. On the give, this is Taylor. He'll work forward for a couple. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On play action, and the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. And now things are going to get more difficult. Movement up front, going to move them further back. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. This defense pinning their ears back, coming to get him again.
All right, so it's only one drive here in the second half, and they trail pretty big here to start the third. But it seems this defense came out with a little different energy than we saw in the first half. Whatever was said in the locker room seemed to have worked. Now it's the offense's chance to see if they can cut into this deficit.
The Colts about to kick this one away. And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. The Texans offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Kirk is the motion man. They'll go play action with Stroud. Looking free downfield, it's Kirk. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Stroud going to set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Throwing is Stroud. Quick throw, taken in. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Schultz is the motion man. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he will get into the end zone. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Texans.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
That's out quickly and complete. And he cannot get in. The try for 2 comes up empty, so unable to get within a field goal. The difference remains 5. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. The return starts from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Off he goes.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher. Quentin Nelson, former All-Pro guard, guilty on that one. So after the 5 yards walked off, it is 3rd down and 8. He'll try to run for it. They get 22 yards there. 1st down, Indianapolis.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the 1st down and some.
1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Taylor. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. Second down, zone read, and he keeps it. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense, and if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
A run with Taylor. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Now this time they'll look to throw. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. It's 2nd down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
Taking off.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure is good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy gain, and they pick up the 1st down.
He'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Colts. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Colts will extend this 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Texans offense and their star running back, Nick Chubb, set to take over once more. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. On the handoff, this is Chubb. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. Zaire Franklin that time, there for the tackle. Third and long. Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Mike, I have to be honest. When offenses come up with run-play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Taylor gets it out of the pistol. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
They go right back to Taylor. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This a must-stop for this defense, facing 3rd and long. Back to throw. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, you might be running out of time.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Azeez Al-Shire.
So you find yourself with a lead here in the second half, and up until this point, I think he's done a pretty good job being a contributor to that, but you don't want to give the defense a chance to spark the comeback. You're trying to put them away late, protect the ball, safe throws. Don't be afraid to get to your check down. One bad read, one forced throw can be all you need to flip this game on its head and find yourself going with a lead late to falling behind.
The Texans offense ready for this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Throwing on second down, Stroud. This one complete right side. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Stroud to throw here on first down. He'll let this go towards the end zone. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk, and it'll bring up second down.
You could just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. To throw, it's Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans will cut into that lead. Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. Anthony Gould now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Catch made. That's Pittman. 16 yards on the game and a quick first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
Tight end going in motion here. They'll go again here with Taylor. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Third down and 9. He'll drop to throw. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. The Colts about set to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Texans offense ready to get back at it. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he's going to be taken down.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
They've got it at the 8. First down and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
That's hauled in at the 2. Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, that's going to set up 4th down.
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the first down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. Powering forward. He's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The decision is made. The offense will stay out there and go for 2. They'll toss this right side to Taylor. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
So you give up a touchdown on defense. The question is, how are you going to respond on the 2-point try? Well, respond did they ever? Big difference giving up 8 than there is giving up 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Berrios on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. To the right side, and Kirk's got it. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Schultz is the motion man. On play action, Stroud. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. To throw is Stroud. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on third down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Stroud. Now sets up a screen for Chubb. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
On first down, it's Stroud. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. On 2nd down, Stroud. He finds the open man, Braxton Berrios. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Desperation time now setting here in the 4th quarter. This is where the urgency of your 2-minute offense is so critical. How many plays can you run and how fast can you run them? Because one score is not going to do it. You're going to have to score and get the ball back and end up going down and punching it in again.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. A 2nd down throw for Stroud. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. They'll go play action with Stroud. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on downs. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. In motion comes Pittman. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts 1st down. He'll take it up to about the 33-yard line. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. In motion comes Pittman. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. As he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Stroud. Quickly to the outside and complete. It is 2nd and a yard. Now, Stroud. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there, and it'll be third down.
Defense has a chance to all but end this game, but they can't secure the interception, and now the offense has new life. But is there enough time? Do they have enough opportunities still to find themselves in position to go try to pull this one out?
It's a gain of 10 yards. It's good for a Texans first down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Here comes second down. Here's Stroud. Open man, that's Collins. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Stroud to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete.
It seemed there was a bit of a busted coverage in the secondary, and I think that's what led that receiver to be so wide open. And that's a ball that just needs to be put on him. It doesn't have to be a perfect throw. It doesn't have to be thrown on the money. Just make it catchable and take advantage of that opportunity.
That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being completed.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. So here it is, fourth down and 10. Here we go. One final play. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. So this one, a win for the visiting Colts. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.